I'm going to try and take the headache out of making pasta bowls, because honestly, before I did it this way, it was one of the things I looked forward to least about throwing on a pottery wheel. I just don't like pasta bowls, but now I can make them pretty quick, and I want to show you how I do it. So let's get to it. So let's quickly go over this again. 2.5 pounds of clay. I have a clean bat. The tools I'm going to use, I have a wooden knife tool here. I've got a sponge because I need lots of water. I have clean water over here for water for my clay. I've got cold water for myself, the coldest water actually for myself. I do have a PVC pipe over here, and I'm ready to go. I have a laser light also hitting the bat so that I know exactly how far I need to go. So that's my measurement tool for this. Start out by centering the clay. It's 2.5 pounds of clay, so centering it should be pretty quick. And because I'm cutting it off, it doesn't need to be exactly centered, but it needs to be better than this. That's just... When the clay is centered, I clean off the bat because this clay is actually going to be sticking to the bat, so I don't want anything that's going to make it a bad seal. I do add water on the clay, make sure my PVC pipe is wet, and I'm going to press down firmly and evenly on both sides until the clay gets to that mark that I have. Also, again, to make sure that it's making a good connection with the bat, I'm going to hold it here for a little bit longer, even after it reaches the thickness that I want, just to make sure that it's flat all across. Use a cutting tool to cut off the excess. make sure it's a perfect circle. Notice I'm turning up the edge. This is where the clay can crack. I've had it crack a couple times when you turn it too much, and that's also why I leave the clay a little thicker for this project, so that there is enough to have a solid amount of clay in the bottom and a solid amount in that joint right there that I just bent at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to pull it up just like any other wall. I want it to be about this height, a height of about between 1 and 2 inches, probably 1 and 3/4 inches. And then I'm going to press it out until I see it again hit that laser line. So I need a little more clay. Go. That's it. I'll cut it off, and then when it's dry, I'm going to trim it. Remember, because I am using more clay, the bottom's thicker, it will require a little bit more time to dry. It also means I need to trim out more clay when I do flip it over and trim out the bottom. So just keep all of that in mind if you are going to throw a pasta bowl in this way.